Hi everyone and welcome back. In today's video, we will be discussing about bootstrapping and building images. Now, understanding this word bootstrapping is quite important because in exams, you might suddenly get a question where it's related to bootstrapping. So if you do not understand this specific word, then it might be lead to a confusion. So it's very simple. So let's go ahead and understand more about it. So bootstrapping is like a self-starting process which basically initializes the environment. So let's assume that you have a Java application which is going to get deployed in a EC2 instance. So before it gets deployed, you need to make sure that you have the Java SDK installed, you have all the Java specific configurations are done, the security part related to Java configurations are done, and then only the application should be deployed. So all of those things which initializes the environment comes under the part of bootstrapping. Now there are multiple ways in which you can bootstrap an instance. One is through the user data scripts, through configuration management tools, and even through the AMIs. User data scripts and AMIs are already covered, in fact, as part of the associate level course, but we will just quickly revise all of them. So within the EC2 instance, if you go ahead and select a EC2 instance, I'll just select the sample ones. If you go a bit down within the user data, you can post the user data scripts of whatever you want to install. Say I want to install Nginx, I want to install PHP, FPM and others. So this are the initialization aspects. So whenever machine starts and whenever you do a SSH, you are aware that these packages will already be installed and you can go ahead and deploy whatever your application is. So the EC2, this bootstrapping, the user data will do the bootstrapping part of the EC2 instance. Now, although this is quite good, however, if you have a complex scripts, this is one part which will not really do a job for you. So let's assume whatever scripts that you mention as part of the user data, it takes like 5 to 10 minutes for them to get initialized and configured. Although it might sound good, but whenever you are running in an auto-scaling environment where there's already a huge load and you want to get EC2 instance up as fast as possible, then relying on the user data is not a very good option. So in such cases, what you need to do is you need to go with the approach of AMI. So what happens in an AMI is that you install everything in a EC2 instance and you make sure that this EC2 instance is compliant for the application to be running. Now, once you have installed everything, all you do is basically you take an image. You create an image of this EC2 instance, and as part of the auto scaling launch configuration, you specify this specific AMI ID. So one of the good advantage of this type of approach is that you don't really have to reinstall all the packages again. You don't have to wait for the packages to get initialized, for the compilation process to happen and all those things. All you have to do is you have to just wait for the EC2 instance to start from the AMI that you have created. And in the next video, we'll begin application lifecycle management. So I hope this has been informative for you and I look forward to see you in the next video.